If you have any questions afterwards, please approach Anders and he will assist you. And of course you will get the presentation afterwards also. And now it's time for the next speaker. It's Tuomo Parjanen from PayiQ Payments, presenting the case on City of Turku, Mobility as a Service.
Yes, can you hear me? So the mic is working. All right, I'll go back. All right. Good morning, everybody. My name is Tuomo Parjanen, and I'm from PayiQ. I'm the CEO of the company. We are a startup company, even we have some paying customers already right now. We have been in production, or the company was established 3 years ago. So my presentation will focus on who we are, what we do in the mobility as a service world, how we are using open source and Azure cloud on our technology and serving our users. And end of the presentation I have a couple of videos which I will present from the case study of Turku and one joke, but it is unfortunately in Finnish language. So we are a mobile payment enabler. That means that we have developed a platform where we can integrate private and public transportation operators in the world. So, and we are focusing on the smart cities and mass operators. Mass operators are operators who are providing total service, like a service level agreement. And last year, as you can see, we did win the best mobile services prize in Slush in Finland. So our technology has been approved and it's working well, and we did that with the City of Turku. So what we have done is we have developed our solution to make it maximum safe and secure for people to purchase tickets, make the payment, and handling the information which is confidential to them. And we have been building that up around our fraud prevention and risk management solution. So that is the kernel of our solution. And it has been a proven solution. We have been close to 3 years in production, and none fraud has happened during that time in Finland. And we have over 100 different parameters and algorithms how we handle the transaction, starting to who is the user, what phone, what is the location. We are using Here Maps for location tracking, so we know where all the purchases are happening. So with that technology, our focus is in the mobility as a service world. And in that world, there are several players. First ones are the smart cities who are facing the speed of urbanization. They need to provide better services to their passengers and people who are living in the city. And there is a huge requirement from EU minimizing the pollution. So they are challenged by those requirements. Then the second one is the operators itself. It can be a bus company, long distance buses, it can be railways, it can be whoever is providing transportation services. But the old-fashioned way that you pay with the cash in the buses, it is over. People are looking for more intelligent solutions where they can combine the payments and the tickets and the access to different transportation means, because the first mile might be a taxi, then a public bus, public transportation bus, then a long-haul bus or railway, etc. And with the paper tickets or cash, you always need to purchase those tickets, and you cannot control your traveling and make it as smooth as possible. And of course, the end users, they want to take benefit of the shared economy, how they can even share private cars between the groups. You don't need to anymore own your own car. But the solution has to provide the flexibility and the possibility to combine different traveling means and making the traveling as smooth as possible. And one of the idea behind this concept is that you should get rid of your second car. I have promised to sell my wife's car, by the way. And the business is huge. Even in Finland, in the passenger transportation, the revenue annually is 15 billion euros. It's a huge number, and globally it is 700 times bigger. So this is a huge marketplace. So like I said, we have developed a solution which gives you a possibility to pay as you go and access to all common digital payment methods. I will come back to those payment methods later. We run the solution through the mobile phones, but all the intelligent is the Azure cloud services. And I already spoke the fraud prevention. And with our solution, the end users will save time and money, because when you combine two tickets, both operators want to take a benefit. So 1 + 1 is not anymore 2, it is 1.8, because they both want to increase the users on the transportation chain. And this is not only transportation. When you travel, when you go A to B, B might be an exhibition hall, or it might be a theater or cinema or whatever. So we can combine all the tickets in mobile phone and with one payment method in our solution. And this I have been spoken already. So we released this August our own PayiQ general mobile solution, but we have also done a lot of white label solutions. So City of Turku, City of Oulu, City of Jyväskylä, they want to build up their own brand, and that's why they are using their own white label. When you go to Turku, you can take Föli application, and that provides the same functionality. It is just the interfaces, the white label technology inside there is our own. This is what we do. So we have Linux servers running in Microsoft Azure server, and we are using Mongo database. And from that services, we integrate those transportation means into our solution. So there is bike rental, there is car sharing, there is flight operators, there is events, everything. And our cloud services architecture is that we have open APIs. So we have an APIs which other parties who are providing services in this infrastructure, they can use them, they can integrate our tickets, our payment methods into their own application. So it's like an OEM deal. And here you see some company names who has already done the integration, and City of Turku is our biggest user today in Finland. I'm getting back to City of Turku a little bit later. If we go back here, somebody mentioned about big data and how to use it. Right now, we are collecting a lot of information about the users. Of course, we cannot publish the private information of the users. It's more anonymous data. But when we have that data, we can start to get more business out from the big data, share it to our partners, because we are business to consumer world. Our cities want to understand how many people is traveling this time in this bus, what is the age structure, etc. They don't need to know on the individual level who is using that, but they need to see it, because that way they can provide better services and maybe change the timing and time schedules, etc. And like I said, for our OEM partners, we have the APIs running in the same cloud services. They can have an access on that. We have the SDKs for all the mobile platforms. Of course, we are Microsoft Gold partner in the data center and application development, and all that is available. And that is really, we want to be as open as possible. We want to give an access to our platform to everybody who wants to deal with us. Here is an example. This is not from City of Turku, but this is last spring. We implemented the solution for City of Oulu, and it took only from signing the contract 6 weeks when it was fully operational, with all the prices, everything, all the parameters, how they want to run their business was implemented there. So this is not a working time, this is not manpower time, this is the calendar time, because we were waiting a lot the information before we could complete the implementation. By the way, I forgot to mention that we have measured the cloud servers and how scalable they are. And we made a test, and we run 100,000 transactions in a second, and we didn't have any problem at all with Microsoft Cloud Services. And of course, I'm sure that if we are facing a limit, we will buy more disk space or more servers, and we will handle that way the problem. Here is our ecosystem, the parties with whom we are working. So you can see there are several banks, even one in Russia right now on the right corner. Our technology partners are here, and then the mass operators who are using our solution, and we are like a glue between the solution providers, the operators, the banking, the technology partners. Here is the board of directors. Esa Tervo, if you have technical questions after my presentation, Esa is happy to come over here and answer those. We all have more than 15 years experience in a different sector in international business. And that's why we are looking to expand our services also outside Finland. Here is where we are in Finland. So we have almost 10 cities or the regions who are using our solution in production today. The latest one is Ylläs in the Lapland, which is an expansion of our normal business. That is a good example of an organization who has all the tourist bureaus providing the services, so the hotels, the husky safaris, the whatever, and they want to combine the traveling over there, and it is a seasonal business. The season will start 1st of December and ends 1st of May. And during that time, they want to get as much money out as possible, and they want to use modern payment technologies and the mobile phones, making sure that the people who are visiting there are maximizing their offers. And the interesting thing is we are expanding to Russia, and St. Petersburg has signed a contract with us. We are in a process of deploying the cloud services servers this week and next week in Moscow, and those servers will serve the whole Russia. And both St. Petersburg and Moscow is our customer. Interesting thing here is that the cities who are using our solution right now are also the hubs for the Finnish railways. So there is a logical combination of the city transportation and railway combination, providing a smooth traveling, because that is the body of the transmission lines in Finland. Here you see some historical data, how the business has been developing. So in principle, if you are reading the numbers, we are tripling our revenue and our tickets in a year. So this is, people are getting it, and it just goes up and up and up. And here is some examples of our expansions to the international project. The main things are happening right now with Bank Voronezh in Russia. We have the agreements with the city of Moscow and St. Petersburg. We have openings in Middle East. Microsoft is helping us there. We have something in Belgium, and we have something in Morocco, where also Microsoft Middle East and Africa organization is helping us expanding over there. Slush I mentioned, so that was what we got last year. We also participated in the European Innovations and Technology Challenge, and we were finalists among the 10 best European companies last year. Unfortunately, we didn't get into the podium, but we were the first Finnish company who even accepted to be among the finalists. And then let's see if I can. Hundreds of millions of people around the world uses mobile phones every day. PayiQ wants to make their everyday life easier by allowing people to use their phones also to pay travel and event tickets.
The city public transport needed a mobile payment solution that is easy to use and allows us to cover the end-to-end travel services. We are now also able to sell combination tickets covering both on event and the transportation there. People experience this as better service from the city.
Our PayiQ payment application is secure and easy. You can pay with your mobile application by using several different payment methods. Just a few minutes and you can start using the application. All you need is a mobile phone into which you can download our ticket and payment application. We provide detailed location-based reporting that helps the city to find how the public transportation services are working. Best benefit is the combination tickets, local transport, access to events or intercity transport plus taxis.
Our backend is able to monitor details of payment time, location and vehicle to detect potential fraud. PayiQ utilizes the advanced Microsoft Azure cloud services that help us to ensure fast time to value, regulatory compliance and ability to scale to customer. PayiQ is based on open source technologies. We are pleased with Microsoft Azure support for our Python and C-based backend with MongoDB databases on Linux servers.
Mobile payments are a part of modern public transport. PayiQ is an easy-to-use and safe solution. It is backed by the leading cloud service. This is important in Turku Smart City concept and digitalization of our services.
Building on Microsoft Azure has enabled us to focus on what really matters to us, having the freedom to be the most innovative mobile payment solution for mobility services.
Just joo. Millähän mä näytölle tänään menen, kun auto on huollossa? Ai niin, mut vaimohan latas kätevä följäpsi. Täältähän löytyy paikka ja mitään kuukausiliput. Otetaan tosta kertalippu tällä kertaa. Täh se oli näin helppo. Kiitti vaimo. Föli-applikaation saa Android, iPhone ja Windows-puhelimiin. Oispa asuntokauppakin näin helppoa.
All right. That was all I wanted to share with you this morning. Thank you very much.